A new age of might came to Sedaria. An age defined by one simple decree. That whoever was the strongest in Sedaria, enough to slay its previous ruler, would hold dominion over the land. And so it was, for thousands of years. And so it is, yet today. Aloysius, the Mad King of Sedaria, now rules these lands. Over the last 10 years, he has spread his influence. Using cruel hobgoblins and gnolls as soldiers, the land of Sedaria quakes, torn apart by his frenzied greed for the power it holds within. For Sedaria is a lost land, a land of riches unclaimed, of legends untold, of power unseen. A beautiful, vast, and deadly land. It calls to the bold, to the clever, to the daring, to any who would dare its shores seeking adventure. It calls to Megan, the war-forged paladin. It calls to Nyx, the half-elf warlock. It calls to Nizin, the dragon-born rogue. It calls to Tig, the kobold bard. It calls to Zidane, the wood elf ranger. And to those it calls, Sedaria offers welcome. The wilds are not easy, and not kind, but they shall give a tale to remember. For this is the land of limitless adventure. This is the legend of the Wildlands.
Hello and welcome to D6 Tricks Legend of the Wildlands. I am your host, Alex, and if you're a longtime viewer, you might be noticing some subtle layout differences. That's because I had to reset my whole ass computer. I love technology so much. Joining me on the internet, which is made of technology, are my lovely cast and crew of players. We have Anne.
Listen, it's not a stream unless there is some sort of technical difficulties. This is just for the norm.
We have Atwas.
Remember, Windows 10 security updates are ending soon. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do either.
We have Juno.
Technology is evil, and everything AI is being pushed onto us without our without our consent. I hate it here.
I also hate it here. And we also have Professor Moore.
Technology is great, except for when it doesn't work.
Exactly. See, you all understand me so well. So let's go back to a fantasy world where technology is whatever the hell I decide it is. For a recap of what we did last time on, before I forget, before the recap actually, Queen is busy tonight. She will not be joining us. And now, for the recap of what happened last time. Our heroes were on kind of a streak of looking for various treasure hoards in Sedaria, and knowing vaguely where one was, but knowing that it was very dangerous, they decided to go for one in the Chasm of Crying Winds, said to be connected to the hell plane of Pandemonium. There was a slippery and dangerous climb downward, but our heroes finally found respite in a small outcropping, in which they met a brain in the jar named Brian, who was an absolute dumbass whose knowledge was limited basically to saying, this is the way of puzzles, this is the way of screaming. Our heroes decided we like screaming better than puzzles, breaking my poor little DM heart, but decided to go that way. And there was in fact a lot of screaming down in the Chasm of Crying Winds. There were faces in the walls that started screaming and like barfing blood as they did so. There were screaming, oozy, like hell bat demons, and not screaming but still disgusting slugs from beyond the stars that slithered up and tried to devour them. But our heroes managed to prevail, avoid the onslaught of blood, and claim the treasures from the Chasm of Crying Winds, including Brian the Brain, who they decided we should take him with us. He needs to experience the world with his very limited senses. some of my party members are just so nice that way. Having identified and done some distribution of treasure, our heroes now stand outside of said chasm, a few days from the completion and opening of an outpost they had bought, which I believe was going to be their next stop as we rejoin our adventure and head back into the world of Sedaria.
Remember, folks, if you're screaming and barfing blood, see a doctor.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in
That's
mind.
very
Thank
true.
If you or your
Alright,
loved
so
ones are
she's-
exploding and barfing blood, doctor, it's doctor time.
you.
Please call 911.
So just to check, do we have any real idea where the other two treasure hoards would be?
I'm pretty sure, well, we'd be able to narrow it down to general world location. One is for
Yeah.
sure up in the north east corner, and I need to tab over to look at the rhymes for the others.
Yep.
Fetid pits beneath the
Alright.
light of the moon. The dynasty that would watch it forever sits in peat petrification.
Oh, speaking of which, we should probably tick off the ones that we found in the quest log as well.
We should. I'm gonna do that right now.
Oh yeah, the quest log.
Sorry, I've been crossing it out on the notes.
But not on the
Um,
actual quest log.
And then, in the verdant timber deep below where the soul of Sedaria was fought for. Which... I feel like I
A lot
had...
of pirates.
on that one.
A lot of
Yeah,
pirates.
treasure of the moon pirates and treasure of the serpent.
Yeah,
Just because I figured our stronghold isn't quite ready, and just picking up treasure is quite easy to do, mostly.
True.
got, like,
I'm
2
fairly
days.
certain. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that both of them are either like east, northeast, like that type of area. Because I feel like I had a hunch that maybe the where the Soul of Sedaria was fought for, that's probably like maybe this something to do with the swamp area down here, considering seems to be where Tetrasiel has a lot of her haunts going on, and she is the angel of Sedaria, so that's my logic at least.
Yeah, and I don't think we've had a treasure hoard over there as of yet.
Mm-mm.
If you're going by
We also
general
just
like
haven't really-
regions of the world, you have not gotten anything of a treasure hoard from the northeastern swamps or the southeastern jungles. You also haven't
Yeah.
explored those areas a whole lot on account of dragon and angel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Angel that brings frickin' death disease.
Yeah, that like weren't there boiling eyeballs? Am I recalling that?
Yeah, boiling eyeballs and stuff.
You know.
Spiritually boiling eyeballs.
Yep.
Mhm.
Boiling
physical.
eyeballs of the soul.
Yep.
Well, I mean, either or would probably be closer than we are now to where our
Yeah.
where our setup is. So
Right.
I don't know. Do we want to flip a coin? Does anyone
Sure.
in particular
let's
want
flip a
to
coin.
avoid something for even longer?
I mean, avoiding the angel would be my personal vote, but the dragon is also pretty scary, so I'm like,
You had dragon business, didn't you? To meet
yes,
with
I do.
specific people. Yeah.
because I'm supposed to, if I can remember, I don't know if we actually, oh yeah. Basically, we need to consult the other dragons to find out how to make him not be immortal.
Okay, was one of them the Flamekeeper? Sorry, I'm not like looking over, I'm looking at the map. Let's see.
Do not remember where the notes on that are.
You were pointed towards Rekasophanes.
Sorry, I too am in searching hell.
'Cause, yeah, the quest tracker is just consult dragons, so it's not very pointy. And
let's see. No, I think that was after. I think that was also after.
I don't know, I guess my vote would be for swamp. Or sorry, jungle. Looks at one, says the other.
I feel that. Sure, I'm down to jungle.
All right, let's go jungling.
Let's go jungling. All right.
Grab your machetes, folks.
You head away from the chasm and back towards the towers that can take you across Sedaria. You're not going to get all the way to the tower before the day ends, and it is time once again to set up camp.
All right.
Oh,
In the jungle, the mighty. I forgot to do advantage, but whatever.
Whatever. All right. 16. You can still hear screaming coming from within the chasm, though you're not entirely sure whether that's just echoing that's not leaving your auditory circuits, or if something new has spawned there that's screaming.
So much screaming.
much.
I am glad we are leaving.
Okay, next person.
Next person.
Next person.
All right. So you also are hearing some of that screaming. It's just unceasing through the night, but you're mostly able to tune it out and look for anything that looks actually dangerous. You do not detect anything.
Sweet, sweet.
And third watch. Oh, damn. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
So, that is revealing anything or like hinting at anything on the map that you haven't yet explored. That only hex around you haven't explored is north of you, so let me just get my notes.
Whoa.
Woo woo. There's some more like digging and drilling sounds up above you. Similar sounds to the mechanite mine that you previously encountered. You would wager it might be another mine up that way.
Would sound that way, yes.
First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft. I can't finish that.
Yeah. Let's Minecraft an ender pearl.
Jockey.
Yeah. And thus, with those two words, we have started a riot that echoes across all of Sedaria.
I know how we can defeat Augustine. Run up to the castle, shout "Chicken Jockey!"
Hope for the best.
The entire. Hope for the best.
And then I also did need to ask Tig if they were able to help me repair my shield, or if I gotta call up one of the shops.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, with some
You haven't
scrap.
asked nicely yet, though.
Yeah, with some scrap and some time, you'd be able to repair that shield. And also, asking nicely.
I am fairly certain that I have some. I might have some scrap on me. I thought I did.
My shield. I'm kidding.
Is it in the hole? No. Well, if you happen to have scrap, I'd be able to. I thought I did, but I mostly have an extra bowstring and some armor oil for maintenance, so...
Yeah, I don't believe I've picked up any scrap on this adventure thus far.
Is scrap something we can forage for as well as buy?
Yes. Yeah, basically specify that you're looking for scrap as you travel, and that will be your, like, activity during travel time. I assume that everyone's got, like, a role of being actively on lookout or passively on lookout to make sure there's no approaching threats. But if you say, I'm foraging or I'm looking for scrap, that's what you're doing instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do that. Sure. So, yeah, as we travel, Tig would be happy to look for scrap as we do. Also... before we move on from the hex, though, I was gonna ask Carolina if she maybe had any idea of what kind of mine would be north of us.
Alright, so she'd be able to identify that's a mine north of us, but a specific type is going to require a check from her as I go look at her skills.
Yeah. I might have been... Yeah, I guess that's mostly direction as opposed to what kind it is.
She knows direction. Anything else she'd need nature check.
Alas. That's fine. A nature check, though. Yeah, sure, why not?
Nature check, she's pretty good at that.
She's good at those! And she rolled an 18.
Nice.
If it's part of the same vein of ore, might be another mechanite mine?
Well, good to know. Thank you.
Alright.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just best guess, though. Alright. And, I just need to make some notes real quick before we go onward. But as you head away from the chasm, the screaming finally stops. You head back towards the desert and the desert tower, and thank your lucky stars, you're not gonna stop at the desert for entirely too long, because you've been in the desert a long time and there's still some sand in places that you have not cleaned out. It's gross.
Yep.
Alright,
And
and
is awful.
scoot you over there. Move some time across, and you attune to the magics of the tower, and swoosh across the land over to the jungle tower of Sedaria. You descend it once more, passing by its various murals depicting fights between angels and demons, Tetrasiel, guardian angel of Sedaria, among them.
How far she has fallen.
Quite, yes.
Do you think she may be saved?
Hope so.
Be a lot easier for us.
Yeah, if angels do have souls, I hope her soul's saved just like she say... Wait a second, says Carolina, looking at her notes. Is this treasure hoard under the fucking tower?
Well, that was easy.
You conveniently went through the one that's right under the fucking tower.
Fuck! Shit, you're right.
Holy
How
shit!
do we know it will be right under the tower? Oh, because this is where it was the battle happened, isn't it?
Yeah, this tower's an obelisk. It's a remembrance of the fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, now that you say it out loud, it's like, oh, shit, yeah, this is. Well. Time to look around.
Find a way down, I guess.
Let us make haste before something comes and fries my optical processor.
All right. And as you descend to the base of the tower, you head outside and start looking for a way to get underneath the tower. Carolina is consulting her notes, trying to decipher them and how they might apply to anything that could help you.
Everybody start digging. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it is an option, but not the best one.
Well, yeah, we're gonna be at it for hours if we try to dig down there with no equipment. Maybe we can go back and ask the kobolds if we can borrow their digger.
Just dig on one side and just topple the whole tower.
Let's not do that. We need to get out of here after this.
That seems sacrilegious, says Brondich as she leans over.
Not to mention impractical. We use that.
This is true. This is true. Well, for all we know, the teleportation abilities would still function. We wouldn't know that it would stop functioning until we try.
Do we
Well,
really
That's not something we want to find out.
Professor. Yes, Professor. When you have your doctorate, then perhaps we will take that into consideration. But as it is, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Or don't break it.
If it ain't broke, don't break it.
All right. Well, let's.
Need some investigation checks, or
Yeah, give
investigate.
me some investigation checks, please.
All right.
Sure.
well, look at that. At least one of us can investigate.
Whoa.
A 22 tag.
22 from
Excuse me, 14 without any sort of modifier? I think that was
That's
pretty
true.
good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Impressive.
At least one implies more than one.
All right. So, as you look around, you notice a very faint inscription on a brick near the base of the obelisk, which would otherwise have been covered up by vines. Pushing it to the side, you notice a strange script written in common, but with like symbols that are definitely not in the common script among them, shimmering faintly in the light as you like move a torch to see do these do anything. The inscription reads, and I'm going to copy and paste it into the chat here. Sword T Moon Y F-I Sword T Sword Cross E Moon T E Wave I-G Cross T Sword Wave Moon Sword Cross.
Decipher and act. Okay, so a simple replacement of some kind.
I would
It
guess
seems to be
so,
the
says
case.
Carolina.
So the one that has the least amount replaced is the second one. So it's a 4-letter word. Starts with F, and F-I, ends with T. Fist? Maybe pencil in an S as a tentative for the sword. which would make sense considering sword S, maybe. So that would be ST and then something Y, potentially. And then S and then something. So if we go off the assumption that the sword is S, the next one to figure out would be the moon symbol. Four-letter word starts with
May
T
be an
and
A?
Y. Yeah, I think it would have to be a vowel. That makes the most sense in common, you're right.
Stay.
You're getting good at this. Studying, common-wise, I mean.
Maybe the cross is an H, like, so that would form stay, fist, sheath.
Okay.
And then something fight.
Fight, perhaps?
Well,
okay,
Well,
so...
we already have an F, so
Hmm.
maybe light. But then we'd have to check the last word, so like.
So that'd be S-O...
S-O-A.
Slash.
So, stay fist, sheath light, slash.
Seems to be the case. Or at least make something that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like that at
The
least
start.
translates, whether or not that's the correct translation or not.
Oh, we can try it. All right, so Megan's gonna like pull out her sword, and I guess slash at the thingy.
All right, you pull out your sword, and as your weapon strikes the shimmering inscription, the bricks in that wall transform into liquid and cascade down to the floor. They emit a faint hiss as they dissolve the ground below, revealing a hidden passage leading downward into the darkness.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. You descend
After-
downward. You descend downward into the dark, torches at hand, as I go pull up the notes for more. And then eventually you find yourself stepping into a room with your eyes getting drawn upward to a platform where 3 targets hang, each perched just beyond your reach. They're identical in shape, but painted in distinct colors. Purple, green, and orange. They're really vibrant colors, and the room is otherwise dimly lit, so they are very eye-catching. As you look away to see what else is in this room, there are various materials that are scattered. Bow crafting supplies, bundles of arrows, leathers, and pots of dyes in all kinds of shades and colors. There is an inscription on a table on which one of the pots of dye sits that reads, Strike true at each target, and arrows use 2. Each arrow's colors are hidden within the target's hues.
So strike it with the 2 colors, red and blue, blue and orange, blue and yellow, yellow and red.
I mean... that would seem to be the case. Yeah, those are all secondary colors, so...
Yeah.
Assuming the primary ones...
Turns to Quill and... Well, you're our best shot.
Would it be best if I did 1 at a time or 2 at once? I'll do 1 at a time, make it easier for everyone.
I mean, I'm never gonna stop someone from showing off unless it's literally a matter of life or death, so do what you will.
Yeah.
Cracks knuckles.
Alright.
Taggle, paint up some of these arrows, I guess.
Yeah. You dip the arrows in respective colors. 1 red and 1 blue. 1 red and yellow. 1 yellow and blue. And hand them off to Phelan. It's shooting time. All right. The corresponding arrows strike their targets true. I'm not even going to have you roll for it. They're stationary targets, and you've got an insane to shoot bonus. All right. And as they do, you hear a ding, ding, ding sound, and then a click and a hiss as some kind of gas is released into the room. A door opens, two doors actually open, sliding through the wall. One with a passage leading downward, and another with a whole bunch of different colored liquids on it, and another note. The note is in common and reads, "You have been poisoned. The antidote must be orange. Anything else will bring death. Drink fast, or the potion will claim you. The poison will claim you, rather."
Are there any special properties to this gas that would affect somebody with constructed resilience?
This is not tetraciel poison, so you are fine. However, as you start counting the various cups filled with vivid liquids, you measure up the various cups. There's 6 of them in total. Red, yellow, blue, green, purple, and the orange you're looking for. But as you start doing some measuring of the orange cup, you notice that its quantity is too low to save everyone who needs to drink it. It's good enough for everyone but one to drink.
Great. Excellent. Yeah, we've been poisoned. The antidote is orange. None of the others will do. Unless someone has a convenient way of becoming immune to poison or curing it.
I mean, lesser restoration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Divide
the antidotes amongst yourselves. I will hear the last.
So I have to ask, do we feel any different?
Yes. Your limbs are growing weak and your vision's getting blurry.
Okay.
This seems to be a really fast-acting poison.
If everyone wants to drink up, do we want a player incapacitated or a companion incapacitated?
again. We have lesser restoration.
Just in case there's something weird about it that doesn't work.
Okay, yeah.
Probably a player character, because the companions are a lot more fragile, technically, so...
I am fine sitting out and hoping the restoration works.
Okay.
Count on you to be noble.
All right. Everyone else divides their various portions of the orange liquid, emptying the cup, and bottoms up for everyone who needs to drink except Nizip. The quivering limbs and blurry vision goes away. Nizip, on the other hand, you immediately black out and collapse to the floor.
All right. Lesser restoration.
All right.
Woo, woo, woo.
You use your divine magics to try and purge the poison from Nizip. Nizip, go ahead and make a death saving throw.
Woohoo! I said death saving throw, please.
Anything else will bring death. The antidote must be orange. It couldn't just be the color orange. That couldn't be it. Could it? Fuck.
You said there were multiple colors of
There are
vials?
multiple colors, yes.
Let's try mixing red and yellow together.
You pour...
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So that's one failure. You pour the red and yellow drink into the same cup. Their colors start mixing together to make an orange liquid.
All right, well, let's try it.
All right.
Down the hatch.
You open up Nizip's mouth and pour the orange liquid inside. Nizip, your eyes shoot back open. The poison quickly starts to clear. It is, in fact, that stupid of a solution. Thank you for thinking of it.
Well, that's scuffed. Wait. This is some whack shit. You telling me that... Hold on.
Oh, sweet!
But, yeah.
Yeah, let's drink me some orange! Get that orange drink!
Oh my god.
Man.
I imagine like Swift like drinks from each vial and immediately like explodes into confetti.
Yeah, drinks from the purple vial. I love lean!
Fuck. I would not have expected to
I wasn't gonna say it.
over my savior.
Gonna say it.
Color theory, the savior of lives. All right.
Okay, onward.
You head down the passage that opened now that you are not poisoned. You pass by all kinds of discarded adventuring supplies. Chalk, salts, a ladder, mirror, things taken presumably by previous adventurers who had tried to go this way, but not gone for the vials that would have saved them from poison. And as you pass down the corridor, you hear a ghostly wail behind you. Ooh! It's a very annoying and very loud ghostly wail.
You know what could be even louder and even more annoying?
What's up, Brian?
I reach into my bag. I have bagpipes, remember?
You do!
My God.
You start playing the bagpipes very loudly. The wailing gets louder and louder until, as you play, a sudden
I
chill.
want to win.
Yeah, a sudden chill brushes past you. A shimmering humanoid figure flickers into view. A translucent spirit with a troubled expression. It clasps its hands dramatically and wails, "Cursed! I am cursed with bad luck! Prove your luck is worse than mine, or I will never leave you! You'll run out of air for those bagpipes eventually!"
We proved that last session. We proved that a long time ago with 4 natural ones in a row. Let me get the receipts. Hang on.
Do you taste copper?
So it's ghostly standing in front of us.
Yes.
Not that I think it's going to work. But I take the bag of holding and put it over their head and just try and...
The bag of
Portable
holding just
hole
goes right through.
it was worth a shot. I was hoping the portal to a different dimension might have, accepted them, and then Brian could have a friend in there, but oh well.
This seems like a friend that you don't want Brian to have.
Bad influence. Ooh, bad influence.
Yeah.
I'm sure Brian's so malleable.
Hey guys, the ghost told me it's an awesome song. You want to hear it?
Thank you, Discord, for saving my
Thank you,
ears
Discord.
from what must have happened over there.
Alex went into another dimension.
I was transported to the Shadow Realm.
So how exactly does one prove their bad luck?
Well, first off, we're stuck with you, and if that isn't the worst luck, I don't know what is.
Yeah, but your luck's gonna have to get even worse. Woo! Annoying klaxons start playing.
Oh my God. They do have a dice set.
Are we going to play the world's worst game of Liar's Dice or something?
Listen,
universe version.
I can't.
Sorry.
I can't. Listen, I had an idea. We can try it.
Barkot is heading over to some of the discarded adventuring supplies and rooting through them.
Oh, actually, that's a good idea. Tyke's gonna look for some scrap. So we can actually get
Oh
that.
yeah, you were looking for scrap. I will
Yeah.
settle scrap rolls after this puzzle because this is the best place to look for scrap as anything.
The question before I just do it: can I just try stabbing them, guys? Like they're already a ghost, but it's they're psychic daggers. Those kind of don't care about corporealness, I think. But I'm also not just gonna stab without permission.
Actually, you know what? If you can try, but if you get like a misroll, maybe that can prove that
Try it.
Yeah, try it. Come on, baby, low numbers.
Oh damn, that's a really tragic nat 1 to hit the ghost.
Roll again and be worse this time.
Well, I got worse.
Oh damn, that's a really tragic nat 1 to hit the ghost.
I will say, if we're trying to get a low number and we're getting high numbers, doesn't that mean our luck is actually bad because we're not getting the result that we want?
You're thinking too hard.
I think that's too smart. Yeah. I think it's too smart. Yeah.
I just have to ask though: did the psychic dagger do anything to him?
No, it treated the result as if it was a nat 1. The psychic dagger gets thrown at him, pokes, has a little face appear on it. No way, Jose, says the psychic dagger, pulling out like a little psychic fedora and suitcase and walking off.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Prove your luck is worse than mine.
Well, I mean, no. That begs the question. How lucky are you then? Like, what's our baseline?
I'm pretty
What would you consider
unlucky.
yourself unlucky is?
I would say if you have
Like how?
I would say like if you found 3 examples of you like calling bad luck onto yourself, that would prove you're unluckier than me. Woo!
Okay.
Can all 3 of them be Nisab's gambling?
Okay, fine. If we have to do it this way, I go over, I punch the mirror.
The mirror shatters. The ghost gasps in horror. Oh no! That's 7 years of misery!
I
Oh, quick, Lockout, go under the ladder!
Hell yeah! Lockout does a little limbo under the ladder, racing to get there before Nizip can. Yeah. Unthinkable! You sealed your fate!
And what else was here?
There was salt.
Oh, tip over spill the salt and don't throw it over your shoulder.
Just knock over the salt.
Knock over the salt like a cat. You just look him dead in the eyes, push the salt off to the side. Oh no, you'll never escape the curse now! Wait, shit, you just escaped the curse by being unlucky! Oh no, he explodes.
Cool. I'm shoving the ladder and the salt into the bag of holding. I'm taking those.
Okay.
Those are mine now.
In the meantime, Megan and Tig, this looks like a good place to look for scraps since there's a bunch of discarded adventuring supplies. Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Alright, let's investigate. Woo!
22 and 19.
Okay. That's a pretty solid roll. There's enough scrap here to be piled into like 5 abstract units you could use for repairs or other scrap-based projects.
Oh, excellent. Well, since I'm the one people ask nicely, I'll keep track of it.
Thank you, Tig.
You're welcome. I'd love to hear more of that.
All right. Heading down, thankfully, unattacked by ghosts, or annoyed by ghosts even. You step through into one more barren room. You open the door to get through into it, and it is barren, and there are 3 doors ahead of you. Each of these doors, including the one you just went through, bears a strange symbol on it as I go show you the doors. There might be a little bit of spoilers for the puzzle, but enjoy.
Initial door, room 1, room 2, room 3. The first door
I
has
hate pick a
a
pipe.
first door has a dick and balls drawn. Okay.
Fuck.
Cock and ball torture, or CBT, is
So-
a.
So what happens if we open the first door?
The initial door you went through?
Yeah.
All right. You open that door and you just head back the way you came.
Good. No my house .wad fuckery. Got it.
Aw, but I wanted some My House What fuckery.
It is very impressive.
Well, not with that
fuckery.
door, at least.
Touche.
I wonder if it's a case where you have to be able to alter the symbol by one, perhaps by a segment, if that makes sense. So, like for example, from the initial door, one would be able to get to the third door from the left by altering a segment. And then if you start from there, then one would probably be able to alter a segment to get to the first door from room 2. And then from there,
What I was thinking was the first door, and then the second, and then the third door from the left, and then the second door from the left, because like if you remove a segment from each of those, they progressively get into that like lowercase d shape.
Yeah, is it move or remove?
A segment instead of move a segment.
I think that makes the most sense because
Yeah.
Yeah.
First door, second door, third door.
First door, third door, second door.
All right. So you go
Yeah.
through the doors in first, second, third order through these barren rooms with otherwise shifting and changing doors. This was supposed to be the hard puzzle, and you just solved it in a minute. So congratulations.
Apologies.
listen, we overthink things, so because it's the hard puzzle.
Because it's a hard puzzle.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to pull out the dice set and try to roll snake eyes to solve that last one.
Yeah, right? Same.
You were just gonna try and do that. It took you a while to figure out, wait, it just has to be orange. Everything is just silly. Everything is silly. But as you head through the last door, you find one more semi-translucent door ahead of you. Beyond it, you can see shimmering coins and gems of all different types. But first, you must open the vault. Go ahead and go to, in the journal tab, Loot, Treasure Map, Treasures, Serpent's Treasure.
Untangle the word. Oh, is this a?
It's a
this a
sliding
slider?
puzzle!
It's a slider, baby.
Oh boy.
Welcome to hell!
That, I believe that would be the top corner. So that I think might actually be the top right.
Looks symmetrical, so yeah. Right. One person do this, because if we all click, we're gonna lose our place.
Who's touching it?
This piece needs to go one more to the left.
Do you mind if I touch it? I'm pretty
Go
good.
right
at it.
ahead.
All right. Yeah, Carolina's just looking at the sliding puzzle. This is where the soul of Sidaria was fought for, but my soul is slowly dying trying to solve this.
Welcome to the club.
We gotta do the snuzzle to get the sneasure
Yeah.
and unlock the
basically.
snake lock.
Gonna have to do it.
Because like I can very easily see where everything is supposed to go. It's the getting there that's always the hard part of this type of thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why, Luke, this snake reminds me of an 80 Picarat sliding puzzle.
Oh no! Well, yeah, another one of the treasure rooms had Sudoku, so.
Yeah, but I can nail Sudoku. This is a sliding puzzle. This is a sliding
Yeah.
puzzle. There is no god.
Real. I actually think by accident that the two over, two down might actually be correct.
The which ones?
The one that's 2 from the left and 2 down might be correct, on accident, but who knows? I think they're all. Okay.
While we do this, how y'all doing, chat?
Yeah. How are
That's
you
one on
doing?
the
Chip?
frame.
The L shape there is all in the correct spot.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottom right corner is the one that's going to be left blank.
Okay.
The one.
Oh, I see the jaw.
Yeah, that one's in the right place, so it's just getting the block of that one set up. Now that we mostly know, because top right needs to be above bottom middle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that needs to be. So that's correct. So that means those 2 diagonals are correct. This one needs to be. Yeah, those 2 need to be swapped.
Flip it turn-wise.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I need to stop trying to talk. Hold on.
All good.
We're all good. I can do plenty of talking. But will I? That's a mystery for another day. That day might be today. Yeah, we can talk to chat in the meantime.
Yeah, this is true. How are you doing, chat?
Yeah. Could you have solved any of these puzzles? Comment below how awesome and smart you are. I'm watching you, chat. You'd better comment below or I'm going to find you. If you're more comfortable as a lurker, despite my jokes about finding you, that's always going to be fine. Alright, we got someone saying, I do believe I could give it a pretty good shot. Alright, respectable.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, that's the whole left side complete, so now it's just getting all that on the right to fall into place.
So I don't need to go.
How do we get that tail down there?
A lot of looping around is the answer.
Yeah, it's a lot of going in circles.
It's time to spin!
Speed.
Basically.
Spin!
Okay, so need to be there, which means in the sequence I need you two to swap. So
Been a while. I used to actually watch when you guys were in around the 30s and I couldn't come to live streams. Good to be back and see you again. Good to see you again too. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming back.
Welcome to the brain teaser episodes.
yeah. Oh, now I just need to transpose it. Life is suffering.
Yeah.
I think it's. Yeah, okay. That might actually be easier there. Okay.
This is always the stage where I want to just rip out 2 of the tiles and switch their positions, and then it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Rubik's Cube method. Just peel off all the stickers and put them back.
Right. That's right, because I have to hold that one in reserve so I can ostensibly do that.
I'm okay with puzzles.
Oh, yeah.
I find I do better if I completely zone out while working on them. So I am very distracting and am not helping with puzzles. Let's go.
Yeah, I kind of have the same thing where with things like this especially, I see where things need to go, so I just kind of mash until I get them to fall into the direction they need to be.
Okay, so in terms of... You need to be... Okay, so that goes there, which means 'cause what I actually need to do is get things swapped. Okay, so that's you two. Now, this is the last one, so
Okay.
that's not correct. You need to be up there, so... Sorry.
No, we're good. We are tantalizingly
so that means
close.
you need to go there. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying my hardest.
We're good. It's good. I'm just filling the time by being entertaining. Imagine that, a Twitch streamer being entertaining.
And I'm not seeing the exact solution, otherwise I'd offer it up, because it's, again, to the point where I just want to peel the stickers and put them in the right place.
Yeah,
Hey guys, do you want to see Barkot's boobs? Drop bits to see Barkot's boobs.
Go see my lizardies.
Oh, yep, there you go.
We got it.
Alright, we got it.
Sorry, I have a lot of time thinking and talking at the same time for someone who does this semi-professionally.
Oh, that's a lot of gems.
That's a lot of gems. Surprisingly, no gold coins, only silver, but a lot of gems.
Oh, look, Elena, alcohol.
Alcohol, gimme, says Elena.
Oh no,
probably identified
Landon
first.
Brondish, fight for it.
Yeah. The girls are
I mean,
fighting.
depending on what it is.
Ty, before anything else happens, the girls are fighting, so you immediately set to identifying the alcohol. So
Yeah, basically, that's
this
use my spell slot real quick.
Whee! All right.
Shriveled, hairy, oblong seeds.
Very nice. You run over, touch the potion, and immediately identify it. This is a technically potion, but it's an alcoholic beverage known as a Bloody Merilith. There are like diluted versions of it, but this is a pure, magically made Bloody Merilith, using blood from a Merilith instead of a magical substitute. When you drink this potion, you may take one reaction on every turn in combat for 1 minute. If you drink more than one, that's going to be an overdose, and you're going to get Bloody Merilith drunk.
First off, what a cool fucking potion effect.
Yeah. The girlies are
And
still
second
fighting.
off-
Listen, I am the one up front. I can whack people when they try to run away from me. You wouldn't appreciate it is the problem.
From a purely
Yeah.
strategy standpoint, I'm leaning towards Helena taking it.
Oh, for certain. Listen. If anything, certainly Brondish needs even more of a project, right? There's only one way that Helena can learn to appreciate it, and that's if... Well... might not go off as well.
Cheap.
Sorry, my real question is, what's a Merilith?
Arcana check, please.
Yes, sir. $29.
Oh, nice. A Merilith is a demon, specifically one of the generals of the Abyss. They typically look like a gigantic woman with multiple arms, and typically foot soldiers, rank and file Meriliths, carry swords in all of them. Now, there are some Mariliths who are like more generals or even more specialized troops, because among demons, Mariliths are actually really damn smart and really damn organized. You have seen, actually, murals depicting the Mariliths, and now that you see this, you recognize them. These are among the many demons leading the charge against Tetrasiel in the murals you've seen in this tower.
Ooh.
I feel like I'm putting a lot of things in the periphery together, and I'm not liking the outcome of any of them. Interesting. That being said, nobody is drinking it now, so there's no sense in fighting.
All right. Bronish just dramatically points over at Helena. If you do end up having it, you will share with me every fucking detail. You did a swear, that's how I know you're serious, said Helena.
Full sommelier tasting notes required.
Full tasting notes.
Coinage has been split.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Oh my god, there's so many cool things. That being said, do we want to, like, get out of the poison hole?
Let's probably get out of the poison hole.
More here.
That already proved to us once. Oh my god, I can't fucking talk. It already proved to us once that it could just gas us at any time, so yeah.
Yeah.
Dig in the portable hole.
All right. You head out of the poison hole, back inside the tower where it's relatively safe. You hear like some snakes out and about, but as long as you don't step into the snakes, you'll be fine. In order to do some more identifying of the treasures within. All right.
Does anyone have a... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to be dragging them into the portable hole to identify them, so just bear that in mind.
Yeah. So anyone wanted to look at first? I do. What the fuck is a Ormolu clock?
The Ormolu clock. As I Google what that is, because it's a very specific type of clock, and I want to make sure I get it right. So, Ormolu clocks, that is a kind of like decorative timepiece. It is basically using a solution of copper, brass, and bronze to gild it and make it very fine and high carat gold mercury amalgamate covered it to make it look really freaking pretty. So essentially, it is a shiny golden clock.
And I'm guessing it's a treasure object.
It is a treasure object, and you would bet it's worth a lot of money.
I'd imagine that it'd be even worth, perhaps even
Well,
more
it looks
money
like it's
for the
worth
right
about
buyer.
820 gold.
I don't know, because I think there might be people who'd be really interested in it as, like, also, like, artifact and engineering as well.
Oh, yeah, I know. Just that's what its price tag says on it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, sorry, my bad. Fucking, seeds.
Seeds. All right.
Seeds.
Still would have liked those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I looked
Yeah.
next.
The seeds, come on, identify yourself, are serpent seeds. You can plant one of these bag of 6 seeds into the ground, and at the start of your next turn, it springs up into a serpent tree. Serpent tree has no branches. Its limbs are instead snakes.
Ooh, Sneeds, you say?
Sneeds.
Seed and feed, formerly Chucks.
Formerly Chucks.
Just to note, when you moved the gems over, the quantities did not transfer with them.
I will fix that. All right. Come on, get in here, Zircon. Mr. Zircon will not get in here.
Fuck.
Is the amulet magical?
Probably. Let me get these quantities in before I forgore. Quantities are in. I did not forgore.
Thank you.
The amulet is an amulet of the spirit Naga. While wearing this platinum pendant, you're immune to the poisoned condition and poison damage. And if you die while wearing it, you immediately return to life with half your hit points, restoring any missing body parts, neutralizing any poisons, and curing normal diseases when you die. But it has no effect if you die of old age and can only work once.
Identify doesn't detect curses, does it?
It doesn't.
Because Tyke's just like, that's too good to be true.
That's way too
Ain't
good.
No way. Ain't no fucking way.
No way.
Sorry,
We'll
I say
have to-
Tyke,
we'll have
but
to-
really
we'll
it's just me.
We could probably check once we're safe, and not in snake Nazi and / or boiling eyes territory.
Fuck it. In that case, might as well go down to the headdress.
The headdress. This is the headdress of the Serpent King. If you take poison damage while wearing it, that damage is reduced by an amount equal to your Constitution modifier. While wearing it, ordinary snakes and snakes with the challenge rating of 1/4 or lower are indifferent towards you. You can also use an action to cast Animal Messenger, only targeting snakes.
You could make snens, snake friends.
Nice.
Neat. The scrolls, since those would be pretty quick and easy.
Oh yeah. The scrolls. Doopy-doopy-doo, let me scroll up to the scrolls. I see what I did there.
Haha.
This is there is a scroll of Odaluk's Resilient Sphere. And a scroll of Protection from Fiends.
Ooh, those might come in. Very useful.
Alright.
Okay.
So that leaves the weapons. The dagger is a dagger of venom. It's +1 dagger, and you can use an action to coat it in thick black poison, which deals delicious poison damage and can poison people if they fail a saving throw and get hit by it.
Damn.
The staff. I opened up the wrong thing. That's not the staff. The staff is the Naga's tooth. It is carved from the fang of a gigantic snake, and carved into the top third is a winding serpent. It's said that certain guardian Nagas bestow these staves to one who's done them a great service. A +1 to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon, and while holding it you have resistance to poison damage, advantage on saving throws to resist poison. You can cast some spells from it: Charm Monster, snakes only, Protection from Poison, and Bestow Curse. The final power of it can summon a guardian Naga. But it's only once per 30 days.
Yo. That's wild.
And unfortunately, me and Phelan cannot attune to it, so...
Yeah, requires attunement by a spellcaster.
I mean,
Actually, no. Fuck me, Phelan's spellcaster. I can't attune to it.
Yeah, I was about to
Sorry.
say, I'm not a full spellcaster, but I am a spellcaster.
My brain was just thinking the Rangers don't have spells for some reason. I don't know why.
We raise up our quartercasters in this house.
Quartercasters.
Oh, yes.
Ranger and Paladin.
Very much
Quartercasters
allowed.
deserve love too.
so true.
And last but not least, the Obsidian Blade is a brutal Macoitl. I probably butchered that pronunciation. It is Aztec in origin. But
Gotcha.
this is a sturdy wooden framed sword lined with obsidian shards. It can deal either bludgeoning or slashing damage. And on a 20 or critical hit, the creature you hit with it becomes marked for death. A marked creature can't regain hit points, and when the mark ends, it takes 1d8 necrotic damage.
Damn.
Nice. Damn. I almost wished I used a sword more.
And I
Dag doesn't,
Almost.
though.
I almost wish that I wasn't drowning in weapons already, so...
Well, there are other people who could benefit.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, Helena literally got, like, her capstone weapons.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Stockpile weapons, hand them out to every warrior you can recruit. All right, guys, now that I've recruited every single one of you, let's go take on the final boss.
I mean,
it's honestly...
not the worst option.
Having our just stockpile of weapons isn't a bad idea for that situation.
Yeah, honestly.
And also, I don't know if it's just me, but the counts for the gems did not increase at all. They all still say 1 for me.
God damn it. 1 second.
And only reason I ask is because I'm assuming probably no one else really cares about getting gems once again, except for the Draconids.
There we go. Sorry, chat. I was making some very offended faces into the camera. Just oi, oi, oi,
Oi, oi,
Yeah.
oi.
I was referring to those that don't appreciate the shinies as much.
Oh, on a hunch, is the bronze bat sculpture magical?
Bronze bat sculpture is heavy but not magical.
Gotcha. It's just sick as fuck.
Sick as hell, probably very valuable.
Looks to be worth about 560, but weighs 25 pounds. Yeah.
That is what the hole is for, I guess.
Oh, yes.
Would anyone be opposed if maybe we could send one of the serpent seeds to Trill?
Should.
We have a way to, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll look for a way to then. As long as nobody's opposed, then yeah, I will.
Of
Oh,
course.
absolutely. Give Trill the sneeds.
Who knows? Might be useful to him. Maybe he
True.
needs an entire orchard of writhing snake trees to do whatever it is he's doing. Never know. Probably a good defense,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Get some sneeze in here.
Get some sneeze. Bless you.
Watch you.
Fuck. My intrusive thought that I simply must share is like, well, shit. We do have property now. If we wanted to defend it with serpent trees,
Oh, yeah.
That
We do. We
a
could do
horrible
that.
decision we could make.
Horrible. I think you mean wonderful.
Yeah. Sick as hell.
That would be awesome.
It would be sick as hell, as long as they could be trained? Question mark.
Yeah, as long as they aren't just, attack anything.
Yeah, no,
if they're friendly to us, if they're friendly to the planter, then by all means, sneeze defense.
Would they be? That's a good question.
Yeah, would they be? That's the question.
Follows your orders, but they last for an hour.
Oh, they only exist for an hour, or do the
Yes.
orders last for an hour?
They
That's a
only
shame.
exist for an hour.
Unfortunate.
Well, I mean, I guess Trill can still study him.
Oh, he'd
yeah.
still get a kick out of him. You kidding?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanna just divvy up the gems later? Like, if we get into town and decide, like, hey, we want to maybe use some, do we want to just deal with that later and keep them raw for now until we sell them?
Well, the thing is that I was looking at is that if other people don't care about the gems, then I will just buy them from their share, like I did last time.
Oh, gotcha. Alright. I'm gonna look up
Because
something.
last time, everyone except the Draconids expressed no real interest in their gems, so I'm like, yeah, I'll buy your gem shares as much as it hurts my wallet, Oh no, I'd have to spend like 700 gold of my 6,000 in my pockets right now. Oh no.
drip or die is all I'm.
Yeah,
Drip
yeah.
or die.
Honestly, though, yeah. Unless anyone
it's
else
a shame our
opinions on
coloration
the
is so
gems.
similar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of looking at
Basically-
Moonstone personally.
Yeah, whatever ones you'd want to take, and then if the other party members don't want gems, I will buy your share of gems from you. Assuming that's
Yeah,
what
you could take it, Megan's. no
and
need
Whalen, same from you.
Not too much need for material possessions, including stones.
Because basically it's 2 gems per party member, including the companions.
Okay. In that case, I'll have Tig take the Moonstone and one of the Citrines probably.
The which one?
One Moonstone and one of the Citrine. How it's pronounced?
The gem that I use the icon of the mosquito and amber for.
The orange one.
The orange
Oh,
one.
that one. Okay. Yeah, cool. And then Juno and Anne and Queen as well just take another 100 gold from the share.
Woo!
Woo!
This.
Alrighty. As you divvy up the various treasures, mostly the gemstones and coinage, debating on what to keep and what to stockpile from the serpent's treasure, dusk falls, and it is once more time to take some watches.
You
Yeah,
got
give me
it,
a sec.
Bob.
I'm just putting my money into my pocket.
You got it.
100.
All right, and now that that's done, perception.
All right. You don't notice anything in particular other than shinies. There were a lot of them.
Yep. Nothing in particular.
All right. Second watch, please.
Yay!
Hell
Wow.
yeah.
Hell yeah, nat 20. Which means you get a good idea of things that are around you as I go pull up some notes. It's a lot easier to see to the northern side of you than the south on account of there being a whole lot of dense jungle around you. So I'm going to focus there. You see to the north of you flashes through the trees and what look to be like a big, bulky humanoid figure with tiger stripes on them, using the trees to move through. So that's directly north of you. To the northwest of you, you can hear the sound of horses being moved about through the night, which is particularly odd because this is not favorable terrain for horses in the jungle. Absolutely not. And then to the northeast of you, you can see another winged humanoid flying, particles of thick, choking greenish and black dust falling from her wings. Oh shit, that's Tetrasiel over to the northeast.
Oh, how lovely.
Get out of here.
All right. And third watch. All right. You also see signs of dust filling the air up to the northeast, but the winds are in your favor. They're blowing it away from the tower. Thank God.
Woohoo!
All right. As morning comes, I'm seeing in Discord that, yeah, Foylan absolutely would say, hey guys, Tetraziel is over that way.
All who vote to go to the swamp?
Let's go to the swamp.
Today is the day that, according to the schedule of your outpost, it is finished.
Great timing. Let's go.
We put it right by a tower for a reason.
Yep.
Outpost first, swamp second.
All right. Immediately as you wake up and gather all your things, you immediately activate the tower, come on, and zoop over to the eastern tower, climbing down its clockwork mechanics, and descending down into what now awaits you is a small frontier quality outpost. There are a bunch of ramshackle buildings all around, but a lot of the ramshackle is in fact being patched over with actual stone masonry and work to make it a more permanent standing structure. As you pass by the various houses and look over, seeing that a bunch of fields have been sown and there are people growing various crops and herbs in there. Welcome to your outpost. It has no name yet. We'll figure that out. In fact, you pass by a sign left by the builders saying, welcome to your outpost. It has no name yet. We'll figure it out.
Huh.
I wish Nyx wasn't silent today. They'd come up with a cool name. Or at least an entertaining one.
We could call
I'll
it
come up with a name eventually.
Brianstown.
No.
What? Brian needs to feel good about himself. He could have a whole town full of friends.
Nope, this is what I'm using my veto on. No.
Okay.
How do we feel about a good solid TBD?
Yeah.
It's at least something a little easier to say in the meantime.
To be determined.
To be determined.
TBD, yeah.
All right. You continue to look around, and a dwarven man in a coat entirely too fancy for the environment he finds himself in sees you approaching, looking around, and waves you over.
Over we go.
Welcome to town. To be determined. No one's named the damn thing yet. Not my problem. I am in charge of build orders for it. I assume you are the ones who are in charge of the town in general, which makes you my supervisors.
Yes, that would
I like
be.
the sound of that.
All right. Well,
I like the sound of it.
thanks to actual smart people being in charge, he points over to one of the buildings in the housing sector that has some clockwork gears and various other bits and wires, conveyor belts being attached to it by a crew of working goblins. Thanks to that, we have people who know what they're doing for building shite around here. So expansion should go relatively fast. If you need a refresher on what you can build, here you go. He hands over a worksite menu, conveniently labeled with how much BP you currently have to spend. As a reminder, because you purchased education as one of your infrastructures, reduces the cost of upgrades to the town by 5 BP. So whatever price is there, remove 5 to a minimum of 1.
Which is so
Awesome.
nice.
All right, we have 11 BP.
Okay. Oh, that's right. And there are the zone types and their interactions. General store. Well, I guess do we have a short list of desires, of wants? Do we have a wish list?
probably put up some walls.
Yeah, walls would be good.
Walls would be great.
Walls are very helpful, yes.
All right, food and water supply. We already have it, don't we, or do we not?
We do.
You have
it's
food and water.
Okay, we do.
If it's in
yeah.
bold, you've got it.
Cool. All right. So, let's see.
I mean,
We could make toilets.
honestly, like, listen, yeah, just for verisimilitude's sake, sanitation just seems like sanitation and roads.
Yeah. So each of those would be
One of
each of those would be
those.
7,
Each of those is 7.
and we have 11.
Yeah.
So one or the other.
I'd say probably sanitation.
Okay, yeah. Fair. From a realistic standpoint, let's put in toilets first.
Yeah.
Just
Toilets and trash
checking.
collection.
Our current BP, that includes like what we just got from the last 2 treasure hoards, right?
Oh, not the jungle one, actually. So let me double check the jungle treasure to see how much BP was in
It was
there.
2.
It was 2?
Just 2.
Okay,
Okay, so we have 13 to work with.
13 to work with.
Excellent.
So sanitation is going to be 7, plus walls that's going to be 8.
Which is,
Because
yeah, because of the one.
yeah, so we'll have. So since we have 13, that'll be 5 left over. So
Okay, 5 left over. Got it. All right. Might be good. Residential defense.
we could do a renewable work site.
Okay.
Might be a good investment.
Yeah, especially since
Honestly,
because
yeah.
of the cost reduction, it's only 1 BP. So
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Fuck, yeah.
all right, so let me log down the menu first. So what's on the menu? So
Yeah,
wall.
as you're building this stuff, remember you're also going to need some people to staff it, so I'd also look for another residential zone.
Okay, that's a good idea. Most of them will be 1 BP except for the dormitories. And the manors.
The manors.
Oh, actually, manors will only cost, but it requires a park. And
Yeah.
which requires an HQ. So that could be something to work towards. So we will
Yeah.
need a renewable work site.
Looks like
Or storage.
You've
So,
got
like,
storage.
we have storage.
Yeah, we have storage. So we
Yeah.
can actually buy the headquarters but that's going to cost 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe headquarters for next time.
Yeah, I think that would be our next like big TM purchase.
Okay. So wall 1, sanitation
7.
7. And then renewable work site. Also 1. And then we could pick a residential as well.
Okay, so between the houses, our houses, we can staff 3 zones with them. So we need to pick up.
Can we have more than can we have more than one can we have more than one like tile of houses of like residential stuff, or is it 1 per?
1 per type. So,
Okay.
like,
Okay.
you've got houses, you've bought houses, you can't buy houses again.
Okay,
I
cool.
see.
Well, yes,
So we just-
tenements would probably be.
Yeah, it's like cottage.
The way
and
to go.
tenements are both. Yeah.
So tenements can staff more people, but we have to make sure that the outpost isn't a crap hole.
I mean, basically, you'd want to pair it with the park then at that point.
Would it be
Protects the
possible
quality of
to improve a plot like once we buy it? So like, say we get tenements, but later we'd want to, like, would we be able to like replace it with dorms or something like that?
As
Sorry, this is like for purely an RP standpoint, because I'm like...
For purely an RP standpoint, I will say, down the line, yes. Currently, mostly this is about zoning and the types of people who are going to stay there. So, houses are for, like, middle class. The tenements are for those who are just like, I will stay anywhere and work anywhere. And the cottages are for, like, salt of the earth frontiersmen. You got a job for me? Cool, I'm staying here. That type of thing.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so rather than putting everyone up in a manor, it's more about the space and the number of people and their means to support themselves, where they can do there.
Okay. In that case, we can probably put tenements without too much guilt.
Yeah.
So currently we're sitting at we've used up 10. We have 3 more to work with, and that's 4 spaces that we have already put in.
Okay.
But can I change the size of this window? I need to see my thing. I need to see our. I could just pop it out.
Yeah.
So I can minimize it at any time. All right. So we have 4 more spaces to work with because we're adding sanitation.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a watchtower?
That could be useful. Yeah, watchtower.
Because that would cost 1 BP. We already have barracks.
Okay. Watchtower. Yeah, that'll cost 1 as well. So watchtower.
Yeah.
If we expand our zones, can we build in those zones right away?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just making sure.
Yeah. Also, let me know which zones you want to open, because of the usual rules of industrial does not want to be next to residential still apply, and I'm assuming you don't want to put renewable worksite right next to the houses.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No.
Right. We could do... Let's see. We could put a tavern.
Honestly, yeah.
All right,
yeah,
tavern.
Yeah, bad idea. Yeah, tavern.
All right, that's our list. That's our grocery list.
Perfect. Now we just have to put them down.
All right.
All right. Maybe. All right. So maybe tenements here. Renewable worksite. Not there. Renewable worksite here.
Okay.
And then like the. And then for here, we'll put the tavern. We could probably put the walls at like the command center for the walls next to barracks.
Yeah, I guess we don't have enough. We would need to expand, so we wouldn't even.
That's what sanitation's for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Right. Where do you want to expand? Please choose the tiles you'd like opened up for building.
Ooh,
Okay. Well. Since we have like the wall headquarters over here, maybe we could put the watchtower here.
Yeah.
That way we have like a separation between like the residential area and the industrial area, so that nobody's like.
Yeah.
And then later down the line, we could probably plan to put the park like here, maybe.
Does it need to be? It needs to be adjacent. So I think park would actually probably be better in like one of the bottom areas, or.
Okay, so maybe we can move. Maybe we can put the tenements here, and then like the park here later down the line.
Yeah.
Zoop.
Love me a good empty lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Then probably.
And then maybe these two.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That gives us another like segregated section to work with.
Yeah. So we're planning on headquarters next. Actually, our headquarters are our next goal. So maybe actually up here and like get rid of one of these, so that we don't like start encroaching into like the residential areas.
Yeah, just give me a second. I was adding sanitation to your list of available infrastructure, so Whee!
Thank you. Okay. That look good to everybody else?
It is pleasing to me.
All right.
All right. It's even radially symmetrical.
That's good.
Our plot of land.
All right. We're locking this in. Pleasure doing business with you. And then he yells over, "Boys, bring out the hammers! We got a lot of work to do!"
Sorry, I didn't catch your name, by the by.
Will.
Thank you.
All right. Well, in the meantime, let's work site 2.
All right, apply, and then close out of that. Open this one. Work site. Technically true.
Technically true. Hey, who knows? Maybe the clown will come by our outpost again.
I mean, that is in fact what the Inn and Tavern is for, to get a rotating selection of fellow adventurers.
Yep.
Yeah. You could even theoretically tell them, "Hey, we think you're cool. Do you mind staying here until we come get you?" And if they like you enough, they might say yes.
Ooh.
We have a really cool and sexy home base now. Promise.
Yeah.
There's sanitation.
There's toilets and running water.
We have central plumbing.
We have central plumbing.
Honestly, not like the worst sell, considering the level of
Yeah.
impact that some places might
Yeah.
have here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have the best sanitation in all of Sidaria.
Yeah. You're gonna take a
I'm the
sheet.
clever guy.
You can poop. You can poop knowing that your poops are not going into your drinking water.
Oh, good.
All right. As you give the work orders, this veritable horde of dwarves just piles out of some of the work sites and immediately goes to start clearing out more construction areas, screaming at each other in Dwarven and hammering away. They are very efficient, but very loud.
They're putting up like scaffolding and other things. I guess we could stop by the general store and see what's available.
All right. I'm just adjusting the the build points and everything you built to mark on the sheet that you bought this stuff. Woo!
We bought some stuff.
We bought some stuff. All right, and then tenements, which is down 1. Watchtower and walls. That's down there. So, all right, 7 plus 2 plus 1, that's 10. Newable, that's 11. Inn and Tavern, 12. Down to, I believe, 1 build point.
Yep. All right. I got a little. We got a little hidey hole here.
You got a little hidey hole, and as you go to examine more and more the details of the hidey hole, we are going to take a quick break. We will see you all afterwards after we get hydrated or dehydrated. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, and welcome back to Legend of the Wildlands. Our heroes are exploring their new outpost, to be determined. And we're heading into the general store. There are all kinds of inside, like, herbs and plants and other assorted, like, shelf stock pie with various kinds of supplies you would expect to see in, like, a town general store. And behind the counter is a gold dragonborn who is reading through a book, looks up to see you, and does a second look, closes the book, You look to be a higher class of people than the ones who usually come through here. I assume you're the ones who ordered this outpost.
Finally, someone who recognizes things properly. Yes!
Listen, it's up to us Scalies to appreciate the finest things in life, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, welcome to the store. My name is Temerian. Let me spell that out for you.
Ooh.
Oh, fancy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Likewise, of course. Now, being as you look not only like you're fancy, but you're also adventurers, regrettably I don't have those kinds of supplies quite yet. The craftsmen needed to make suits of armor and whatnot haven't quite been brought in yet. But if you're looking for smoked hams, wheels of cheese, cookware, dishes, all the other sorts of things that people around here order, that I can provide.
Well, I don't have Goodberry yet. You want a smoked ham?
Oh, fuck, our resident bread enjoyer isn't here to buy things. Fuck.
You know what?
Let's shopping without you.
Let's get a little bread for our dear friend.
Yeah. Enjoy the bread.
Yeah.
Right. Bread is fresh daily variety, 2 copper per loaf. It is rye bread today.
Ooh, very nice.
Hi, bread. You can make a Reuben sandwich if we have corned beef and cheese. And
do Reubens have sauerkraut, or is that something else?
no, it is sauerkraut, yes. And sauerkraut.
At Thousand Island.
And Thousand Island. Right,
We're gonna buy bread for Nyx. Yeah.
We're totally gonna buy bread for Nyx.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Fuck it. Actually, you know what? We're here. We're queer. How much would it be to outfit, like, you know, a nice fucking, like, picnic or some shit? Like a nice charcuterie board. We're here. Like, we put our down money. We should appreciate our labors.
You should.
Megan looking at the food that she can't eat. Oh, an abacus.
It sweeps autonomously.
A sweeps? I was about to say it sweeps autonomously. Ooh.
Yeah. This is just some humdrum old stuff I no longer have need of. I have people that do that for me now. I don't need a magical broom.
True.
Oh, we could always. I guess the sanitation crew could always use some extra hands keeping some trash off the streets. Trash and dust.
An ever-burn torch.
Ooh, useful.
Message delivered within town.
Never burning torch, you say? Having a fey flame torch that also burns forever.
I'm just
in case the group gets separated and Megan has to take the torch with her.
Oh my god, are you splitting the party? Horrible idea, terrible.
All right, let's see.
Stares at the compass.
Invisible ink.
So, question on this compass: Can it point to people?
Perhaps. I don't know. I've certainly never desired people.
Honestly,
that's so valid.
Not that way.
I mean, like, if you're loaded on cash, so like if you want it.
This is true. But at the same time, that feels like cheating to just be like, okay, point me to my father.
Well, what if your greatest desire is something
what if it is
deeper? What if what you need and what you want are two different things, like a movie?
This is true. I wouldn't know. That's actually more of a gamble than I'm willing to take on it then.
No, that makes it even cooler and sexier. Fuck!
Yeah,
God damn it.
it makes it more narratively interesting.
Exactly. Anyway,
yes, but I've got to be careful with my money because I'm preparing a huge crafting order for Xanados right now.
That's true.
me tallying up how many things Tag wants to grab. I think probably, yeah, 3 of those would be reasonable. Then probably pick up some extra parchment for Self and Carolina, so 2 of those. So that would be 2, 4, 6, and then 10, so 16 silver total, and
of course bread.
yes, that too. Okay.
Ah, there's an aged cheddar wheel, actually. We could do a charcuterie.
We can go
If we get
full
the-
Skyrim here.
Yeah. It can... If the kettle's self-heating...
Yeah. Well, Skyrim,
Even,
you
like-
say, says Barkot, picking up a bucket.
No, we are not
No,
stealing from our
no.
own town.
Right, no,
Marion
it
looks like-
basically belongs to us.
You need to support.
We need...
Need to support the local economy for our town to flourish.
Not only that, but like, please, our proprietor is not that foolish.
I have eyes that are not blinded by buckets, yes.
Elena, do you wish for more wine?
I-
assume your silence means that there's a very obvious question.
Yeah.
Megan says, but putting two gold down, buying 2 bottles, and handing them to Helena.
Hand them to Helena. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
I mean,
man.
obviously, says Helena, who was just spellbound by the wine that was there. Yeah. They barrel aged this in this economy? Holy shit, says Helena. Yeah, happily taking the wine
Helena
from
now has
you
2
with
more bottles of wine.
happily taking the wine from you with thank you, and then putting more wine into her cart.
Hell yeah.
Imagine that Helena's like walking around, like, and you hear a clank, clank, clank from all the bottles. Because like she could put them in the hole. She could put them in the hole, but that would mean having to reach into the hole to get them.
Yeah, or like having to ask Nizip to get them, and like that's an extra step I don't want to do.
That's fair.
Useful if you're trying to quit, which Helena's not.
Yeah, who would want to do that?
Yeah.
Exactly. Say, Carolina, would you want invisible ink by any chance, or no?
I wouldn't say no to it, but like I don't need it.
Hmm. Alright. Yeah, probably pass on that for now, and, put gold to some more important things concerning you.
Of course, of course. I do love the important things. I also like the finer things in life. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's very nice, says Tamirian.
I mean, yes, very important. However, the most important thing is, getting you decursed.
Oh, gross. There's a curse in my establishment. Disgusting. Awful.
Can you get rid of it?
No!
Hmm.
I'm a fucking
Shame.
merchant. I'm not a miracle worker.
Do you know a miracle worker?
No!
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, hire, or build a caravanserai that has, like, people rotating through, and I might send the word out, but until then, I'm just working with what I have in this ramshackle town.
And honestly, you have some good stuff. Right, so that is 2, 4, 6, 12, 22. Gonna fork over. Yeah. No, wait, shit, that's copper. Fuck! Look at me trying to do math like I can do it. I should know better.
Yeah. Get enough bread to turn it into gold. Get
Yeah,
100 bread.
16. So that would be. Yeah. So it'd be 21 silver for 3 silk handkerchiefs, 2 packs of 10 pieces of parchment each, and a sewing kit, and then we'll fork over 6 copper for 3 loaves.
Excellent, excellent. Pleasure doing business with someone who appreciates their finery.
Of course. Listen, only 2 silver for silk handkerchiefs? Frankly, a backwater like this, steal.
Listen, I have more of them than I know what to do with. I'm practically giving them away.
Oh, you should have led with that. Well, say, kind of looking back towards the party. Do any of you fish or have a hankering to?
Alas,
I might fish, I lost my harpoon.
Slowly raise his hand up.
All right, let's buy a fishing rod for Footland 2. Fishing rod and tackle. So
Fishing rod and
the
tackle.
gold.
You can go fishing, get some food that's not me silently going through the rations every time and reducing them.
Woohoo!
yeah. Until we eat nothing but Goodberry again.
All right, I need to actually math my fucking stuff and stop talking. Okay.
While they're doing that shopping, I'm gonna call up Xanados and get a quote for my shopping list.
So there's a big ass shopping list. We got 2 tail rings, 3 regular rings, 2 fin piercings, 4 wing piercings, actually 3 wing piercings, 1 amulet that's converted into a wing piercing, 2 brow piercings, and 2 bracelets.
Yep.
Xandos just looks at all this stuff
Sure,
and
I
is
hope you
like,
found someone to do the piercings.
Oh please, I've been stabbed. I can give myself piercings.
oh, we just need to cauterize
You
it.
are
Going to get ill.
Just hold up the Fey Flame torch to it, cauterize the wound.
Oh god.
Oh, God. You can see him pull out an abacus. Give me a second.
And I have all the
fuck, the two
gems
of
to
us are doing
provide.
Okay. Yeah. If you got the materials, that does help, yes. Let's see here. Carry the 15.
How do you carry a 15?
With incredible math skills. Don't question it.
Okay then.
Right.
Advanced math.
Advanced math. Listen, that's a lot to get done all at once. So, frankly, the price I'm charging of $250, that's a steal.
Oh well, I don't need these all done immediately. You can take your time.
I am going to take the time. I'm not going to be able to get it all done in a night.
Cool. Yeah, 250 works.
All right. See you in several days with all of this. Enjoy putting it on and sparkling.
Appreciate it. As I open my nesting dolls of bags to get to my coinage.
So many bags.
Right.
Go. Well, it's like, as it stands, I have my character sheet, which goes to my portable hole, which goes to my coin purse where my money is. And then from the portable hole, I go to my lockbox, which goes to my bag of gems, which is where all my gems are stored.
Just doing a whole bunch of juggling of various boxes.
Yep.
If I were a crueler DM, I would have had some modules set up where you have to individually go through all those boxes to do it.
Oh, I do.
While it would be very funny, maybe not so much for the viewers.
Not so much for the viewers. We already subjected
For
them
us,
to a
though, it'd be very amusing.
We already subjected the viewers to a sliding puzzle this episode.
I'm sorry, gamers. I can't talk and slide at the same time. I just can't do it. It is a skill beyond me. Make sure I get my paper.
Get
I
that
too
paper.
have a lot of containers to exactly.
Or Jasper and another Sardonyx. And I've only got 10 gems I don't know what to do with yet.
Are you a... How do you feel about crowns, diadems, tiaras, even?
They're certainly an option, but as it stands, I do kind of have my goggles just sitting on top of my head as it is.
Mm-hmm. What else? I mean... I have seen some pretty wild things that people have been able to do with gems. But I don't know that... Yeah, I actually met someone overseas who had one set into their... Tiger like opens their mouth, taps on their canine tooth, set into one of their fangs. It was sick as hell. Would I do it myself? I don't know.
Think so.
But...
I wouldn't do that myself. I need those to chew fine dining.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Unless you find a diamond big enough, in which case that would be cool as hell. Lose a tooth, replace it with a diamond.
They call me Joe Diamond Tooth. I have my teeth are diamonds.
And just for bookkeeping purposes, did Xanados give me a date of when he should be done?
One day. It will take him until... Come on, open calendar. Until the 21st to get all this done.
Oh, cool. Just in time to be a birthday present to myself.
Happy Brithleby.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like a cake made out of spare rye bread?
All right.
Okay, so that note's there.
So, as you do some shopping and head back out, it looks like out of all the things that are being built, the inn and tavern is likely going to be the first one done by tomorrow. Everything else is under heavy construction. Yeah.
By tomorrow?
By tomorrow. Yeah, these dwarves really want a place to go to fucking get drunk. They are turboing this.
Yeah.
It's being...
Helena, that's just like me for real.
For real. I have found my people! What do you mean, your people?
Oh, trust me, she's probably a lot more able to drink more than most of you, and I would like to see you try.
I'm a fucking cleric of the brew!
I'm fairly certain that Helena's blood alcohol is at least at 95% at all times.
Yeah.
I am.
Like, if we do want to stay here till the inn is done, I would like to see you try, genuinely.
Fucking bat, says Rondish.
Drink up! Drink up!
My pride as a cleric has been challenged.
Honestly, seeing a cleric of the brew and probably the world's most drunk human to ever exist, that's a competition I would actually pay for.
Yeah,
the drunkest drunk. Hey, there's an idea.
the drunkest.
The world's most pickled human.
Pickled human.
I love and hate that all at the same moment.
All right.
You know what? Honestly, let's stay the night, and tomorrow we'll see. Tomorrow, let's see the drink up.
Drink up, drink up, drink up.
God.
All right. You check in on more of the construction and the work in the fields, making sure everything looks great. Today, yes, it does. So you all head into one of the built houses that was reserved for you, get settled in, and take a rest for the night. No watch is needed for tonight, because it is the outpost, and you've got barracks. So instead, as the new day dawns, there is a loud blaring horn. Lads, it's 7 in the morning. You know what that means? Let's get fucking wasted! And there's a loud cry, stampede of dwarves moves into the inn and tavern.
Oh, man. I'm glad I already wake up at 5 in the morning. I bet the rest of the party must have hated that wake-up call.
Yeah, so you know the trope where in a cartoon somebody wakes up, their eye like snaps open with a breaking glass noise? That.
And like their eyes are bloodshot.
Yep, exactly.
Tig, the one who's used to getting to sleep through the entire night.
Right. Actually. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Hey, listen, I do what I'm good at, and you do what you're good at. It all works out.
Yeah.
And that's why we have a cohesive party.
Yep.
And Helena's got to do what Helena's great at.
Yeah.
At the tavern.
I'm about
Wait,
to
first thing in the morning, really?
Yeah. I gotta get a head start if I'm gonna beat the cleric, bitch.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, you head over to the tavern to make sure she gets into trouble. Brondish is already there. Oh, fashionably late, I see.
I'm sorry. Follow her to make sure she gets into trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Follow her to make sure she gets into trouble. This is why you stayed here at the fucking place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I stutter?
It is just that wording that is just too perfect.
Yeah.
It is perfect.
Honestly, some days that's just what y'all do.
Adventurers, am I right?
Adventurers.
Yeah.
Make sure she stays in trouble. Don't you be get out of trouble? Did I stutter?
Did I stutter?
Did I stutter?
Oh. You heard.
It's correct.
All right. So, Brondish and Helena continue to trade barbs with each other as more and more glasses of dwarven ale get poured down. So Helena is chugging all of them, but like waiting for Brondish. She was taking her time to like actually savor the flavor and give some toast to all the dwarves. Brondish is clearly the more popular one, but they do appreciate how Helena is just knocking all kinds of shit back.
I mean, game recognizes game, right?
Game recognizes game.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
This is taking several hours as I go roll to see when adventurers do come in. All right. So it is now around lunchtime. There's no sign of the drinking contest stopping. Let me double
Girlie's got a liver of steel.
Girlie's
Which
got a
girlie?
liver of
You decide.
steel.
Yeah!
All right. So I did roll for a healer, but the healer I rolled for is currently dead, so I'm gonna check who else is available.
Oh, it was Zareed.
Was it Zareed or Dalgos?
It was Zareed.
Zareed is.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they are right next to each other on the table, though. So
I'm sorry, we just had dead healeritis.
Listen, we wouldn't be. Alex wouldn't have reminded us of our guilt if it wasn't Zareed. Well, not well. I guess mostly. It's Wayland's guilt. I guess mostly Wayland's guilt.
I'm sorry. I'm now just imagining Ghost as a reed passes by. Wayland just.
You killed me! Trips on his own ghost tail. Sorry. You killed me! Woo!
I love and find it hilarious that despite everything and being part of the problem, I totally forgot about Zareed being dead and just went straight to Dalgoose.
oops.
Listen, half the party remembers one, the other half remembers the other, and occasionally remember both.
Occasionally.
The way Dalgoose died was so unceremonious that like I just like kind of stared in shock when it happened. Like she just got instant nuked by like arrows. It's
very like first act of the movie, sudden death to make you realize your immortality type thing.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Taskmaster. Actually, wait, no, it's MCU Taskmaster. Rest in piss, Taskmaster. But anyway, as lunchtime approaches, some of the dwarves start to get actual like bread and cheese to go along with their ale. You can hear a voice call, "Excuse Olgo. Olgo saw there was a new inn and tavern with which to gather friends. Would anyone liking to be friends with Olgo?"
Olgo! Come here, I'll buy you around.
Olgo has rediscovered friends of Olgo. This is making Olgo happy as he just waddles over to your table.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad the good boy is back.
How much is a drink? Sorry.
So a drink is 2 silver around.
2 silver, and we get to see Olgo again.
Olgo, the good boy.
2 silver round. You know what? Tig's just gonna put down 5. Tig's gonna start a tab, put down 5 gold, and close the tab. But yeah, so we have about 5 gold worth of drinks in us, which is enough for the non-competitive fellows.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, kind friend Tig, for the sustenance you give to Olgo.
Of course. I mean, listen, we're in it together. How could one leave the other out in the cold?
Oh, Olgo has not been very cold. Olgo found a blanket made of someone's skin that exploded off of them.
Huh.
To clarify, is it made of skin that exploded off of a person, or was the blanket of skin on a person who then exploded?
Yes.
Well, that's one way to make alterations on a garment, I suppose.
But blanket made Olgo very warm indeed, although Olgo was not quite so cold as Olgo was when he was northwest of here.
Yeah, this is definitely a much better climb, in my opinion.
But anyway, Olgo has been same as usual, looking for friend. And now Olgo has found friend.
Well, I mean...
Friends plural.
That, and also, if you would be interested in hanging around the place, we are working on building it up if you would like to wander less. But, I mean, if you want to wander more, please, go ahead.
Olgo gets to watch friends being built here? Olgo would like nothing more than building of many friend.
I think I might have fucked up on the grammar there. Just in the slightest.
No, Olgo understands exactly what you mean, says Olgo, guaranteeing that he knows exactly what you do not mean.
Are you certain you understand exactly what I mean?
Olgo is a very smart and clever boy.
Right. I almost forgot. We do have a friend that he could meet. We kind of need to take him out of the bag hole.
Bring up Brian!
Olga would love to see Bag friend. We can both bond over love of Bag.
Yep, bring it up.
Reach into the hole, pull out Brian, flips him on the table.
Oh, hey guys! Oh, wow, I hear a lot of shouting. There's a lot of you. So form a queue, Aldo, tell everyone. Over to the right, that is the path of the mind, and straight down is the path of screaming.
Brian.
Yeah?
You don't need to do that anymore. We took care of that. You're a free brain now.
Oh, cool. Then in that case, off I go. I'm gonna go see the world. Wow.
That is why you're here.
The world looks amazing. At least I think it looks amazing. I'm guessing it looks amazing.
Right? You can't see.
I can't. Olgo loves small brain man and wants to be friend with brain forever.
And you are more than allowed to, Golgo.
I don't know who Golgo is. Olgo would love brain. Golgo can sit the fuck down and what? Because this brain is Olgo's friend.
Well, I certainly hope Golgo never comes around because holy fuck.
Yeah, look.
Therefore,
yeah, Olgo is going to put Golgo in the fucking ground if he tries anything.
Got it. Understood.
All right. Olgo happily carries off Brian to engage in brain and friend-related conversation. They're beautiful.
I kind of want to bring Brian to the Mecha City just to like see if if a brain can be, see if we can do a little neuroscience to give Brian some eyes, or at the very least cameras that function as eyes.
I don't know why my brain started translating what you were saying as see if we can find a brain love. I don't know why.
I mean, sure, maybe brain love too, but like mostly brain ability to sense things, or maybe a robot body, or maybe some way to
prosthetics.
Yeah, prosthetics.
There we go. That's the umbrella term. Whether it's for eyes, nose, ears, taste. Wait, wasn't it? Didn't you like imply that he could taste or some shit? I remember there was a sense that he implied. It was either smell or taste, where I was like,
I don't know if I can taste, I think was his words. He doesn't know if he can taste, he doesn't know how to test that.
God.
I do believe he could smell, though, I thought. I could be mistaken.
Besides, isn't it just like 80% of smell?
True.
Alex has made so many interesting and varied NPCs, and we get attached to the brain in a jar.
Exactly.
First off, I'm only here because of Nixon. Thank you very much. Second off, I'm sure you could frame a whole lot of other NPCs in that exact same fucking framing.
Oh,
that's true. That's true.
And again, I will reiterate what Nizip said when we picked up Brian. I did not mean to say we could take you with, but my friend was thinking it, so it just came out of my mouth, and I can't take back the words I said now.
Sorry, it looks like you're a parent through this brain.
You're a brain parent. Congratulations.
Better start saving up for Brian's college, because he's got to use that brain of his, like, eventually.
There are so many dice being rolled right now.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Unfortunately, I can exclusively worry about it.
And then both of our companions died of alcohol poisoning. The end.
All right.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, how are they doing?
Yeah.
It is now like roughly 2 in the afternoon. They're still going at it. They have like shoved another table together because they ran completely out of space to put more steins on for the other table.
Oh boy.
I rolled 4
I'm
companions.
glad I'm not taking.
Yeah. I rolled up 4 companions and then re-rolled some companions you either already have or are dead. And by God, I'm going to get through them. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
Great.
So, there is some raucous laughter and then boom, a shove in the door as a tall woman with pale, almost bluish skin and like shimmering almost snowflakes in her hair walks in, clad in metal armor, who walks in laughing. I heard there was a celebration going on! Let's go! I want in on some of this. Hey, is it too late to deal me in on the booze? I would love some booze. Let me pull up a picture of her real quick.
Fuck, I'm so salty Nyx isn't here.
Yeah.
This is exactly their type. Shit.
So true.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, pop off, girly.
Pop off, girly.
Pop off.
Yeah. All right. She quickly gets some steins of ale, swigs one down, laughs, spins around in her chair, eventually stops spinning to face you, puts her hands on her hips, spills the ale. Oops. Tosses it over her shoulder. So what is there to do for fun around here besides this?
I mean, it's a brand new city, so it takes a bit to get, fun going.
So what you're saying is, if I come back later, I could make my own fun. Interesting.
Nothing is stopping you from making your own fun now.
Yeah, you can probably still make your own fun.
I could, but the last time I tried to make my own fun around a construction site, I had a bunch of rocks thrown at my head. I'm sensing a pattern because there's some stonemasons around here. Maybe I'm just a rock attractor. Maybe I'm just, like, in the universe wants me to have some lucky rocks. That would be so awesome.
Or maybe you just don't, like, fuck with masons.
Yeah, that would be my first conclusion.
As if. What fun is there to be had if someone isn't being fucked with, am I right?
Alright, fine, I'll bite. What kind of fun are you looking for then, exactly?
I'm not particularly picky. Anything that puts a smile on my face, any little joke that I can get someone to crack a smile with. Mostly, I just love joy and laughter, that type of fun. You couldn't tell, could you? I'm very good at keeping a secret.
Okay, fascinating. Sorry, what are your politics?
Are we talking like
on the NCR?
Are we talking Fey politics or material plane politics?
Ooh, very, very
Fey
good and
politics?
very promising answer.
Okay, so Fey politics. So normally I'd be all for like spring and that stuff, the season of joy. I might or might not be under winter contract right now, though. Boo, she says, giving a dramatic thumbs up.
Ooh, cringe, unfortunate.
Yeah, boo, cringe for my failed patron.
Your words, not mine. But yes.
Patron, you say?
Care. He's a grumpy guess.
It's your paycheck.
If our friend wasn't sleeping super heavily right now, I'm sure they'd love to meet you.
I'm sure they would. Do you want me to stick around here until they can be not sleepy so we can have a better conversation?
I would
Yes.
appreciate
That would be
that.
wonderful, thank you.
Awesome. In that case, you can tell your friends to look for Soldralzi Coldheart.
Soldrazi Coldheart. Okay then.
Soldralzi. What a beautiful name.
Thanks. So Soldralzi is a warrior type. She has a unique resource called Frost that can empower her attacks and spells with various cold abilities. Anyway, I want to see more of the getting drunk. Let's go.
Speaking of powers combined.
Powers combined. Now let's see how long it continues before there's another. It's getting close to dinner time. They're not stopping. They're not stopping. Holy shit.
The girlies are too powerful.
The girlies are too powerful.
Oh my god.
Who
Yeah,
wants
see,
to
I
start
said
taking
this is something
bets?
I'd want to see.
Yeah.
This does indeed sound like something you want to see as I go double check. All right, who did I roll up again? Well, time to re-roll to double check. There we go. All right. The door slams open, and this absolutely jacked woman with a bat with nails embedded into it steps in. You've seen her before with Izonarek's group. She steps in. I heard some of the girlies in here were fighting about who could drink more, and I was not invited? Fuck all y'all. Deal me in. Let's fucking go, she says, slamming down and immediately giving a glare to the bartender until he slides over some ale. She did not bother paying.
This is crazy.
Just because I have to check, bat as in baseball bat or bat as in with wings?
As in baseball bat.
Just had to make sure. Okay. Because, I wouldn't put it past some of these characters to walk in with a bat with wings full of nails. So,
Oh, no, there's a client.
Yeah, there she is.
Also, hi.
Just, yes.
The password was beef women.
Password is Missile Mummy.
Thinking about watermelon for some reason.
For some
Anyways,
reason.
Atwas says this. Dyke doesn't really give a shit.
Wayland does not care about the big woman. Anne, however.
Exactly.
I, however, as a man of culture.
Mm-hmm.
Is a non-binary of culture.
You already know how I feel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like characters in game. None of us really care all that much. Players. Oh, hi. I am cultured.
I am cultured.
Looking respectfully.
Yes, ma'am.
You turn your slutty gaze upon her as God intended.
That being said, say, I remember running into you before. Whatever happened with the other folks that you were running with?
Argument over what we were supposed to do with the Acolyte. My buddy with the chains and the beard got all high and mighty about it. I told him we had been over this. Apparently we needed to be over it again. I got fucking bored and left.
Okay.
Wait, so what was the angle? What were you gonna do with it then?
Okay, so Octopus Lady wanted to collect it. Dragonborn Chainbeardy, we've been traveling together. He wants to destroy it or otherwise, purify it. Apparently, only I've got the magic touch that can help with that. But, that sucks. We can just, fuck off and make it someone else's problem. I keep trying to tell him that. Does he listen? No, fucking martyr.
Curiosity. Purify?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I'm just imagining during this, Foilin's just slowly sliding over.
Oh, now he's interested.
Oh no, he's been interested. He's just been very subtle about it.
Okay.
Well, we have some Acolyte stuff as well, and that's why I was just curious about what purifying it entails. If you don't want to get into it right now, that's perfectly fine. You can stick around and we can talk about it later, but
I mean...
Or I can buy us all another round. And Tig puts another gold down on the table.
Another gold. Now see, that is a language I care about. Alright, she takes another drink, chugs it down, slams it on the table, it just spins around a little. So, like, I've got this thing where, like, I can take impurities or whatever that are in the Acherite, pull them somewhere else, probably me, fuck if I know, I'm not a science woman. And then the Acherite is like, I don't fucking know, supposedly less cursed, I'm not a religious woman either.
Does it fuck with you? That's the most important bit.
I'm already kind of fucked up, so I don't give a shit, whatever it's doing.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we have some arrows that we would like to have access to using, but unfortunately they're, as you have noted, a bit evil.
Okay.
Little curse, slight trouble, just a bit of a problem.
If they weren't evil, we could actually make use of them, but if they're evil, they kind of stay out of reach.
What are you into? Money? Jewels?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's in it for me? I like money.
Weapons?
This is the weapon that's been by my side. I love her so much. I could use something else if I wanted, but this one is special. That is to say that I believe Krax's special abilities are tied into this as a weapon, and I would have to, like, re-put them in if I wanted to do more.
Completely understandable.
Money it is.
Yeah, we definitely have money. You wouldn't mind helping us out in exchange.
2,000.
Okay.
Well, what do you guys think?
Checking my money.
I already paid for the next round, so... If in turns for... I just short-circuited again. Fuck. I'm sure we have other material things that we could trade in, but,
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, what's stopping us from just... not?
Fuck if I know, and fuck if I care.
Yeah, nothing says we have to, and they can just stay in out of reach territory, frankly. I just heard mention of it and thought it might be something Whalen might be interested in exploring, since they are technically their arrows.
You have over 1,000 gold. Is that something that you want to? Is that something that you want? Is this an investment that you want to make?
Shall we discuss out of character so that we can do that?
Yes.
Okay. So, looks like Anne can cover half of the cost.
Okay.
It's like, I can help pitch in some if this is something that...
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you. Would, 1, make character stronger, and 2, would help character mentally? Because out of character, that's the other thought that I personally have in it, is severing the connection from whatever that voice was. To me, feels like it could help Whalen.
Yeah.
I am not Whalen. I do not know. That was just my thought process in asking.
Megan's already like checking her purse, counting her gold pieces. Okay, Anne is saying yes. I also vote yes, and I am happy to contribute. If I'm happy to help contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'm happy to contribute a quarter of it if Quailin wants to contribute the half for it, and then if Megan can help
I can also pop in. Yeah, I can pop in 250 for you. Yeah. So, unless and you want to have gold left over, but I'm pretty sure you also have platinum pieces or anything, or anything that you need to spend to buy stuff.
Plat do be existing.
Yeah.
Just tack a 0 onto the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we'll spend 1,000, and then, and then I'll chip in the 500,
and then I can chip in the other 500.
Okay.
So back to character. Yes, that is something we would be happy to give to you in exchange for services.
All right. Get me the gold and whatever shit you need purified, and also like about an hour. You'll have your shit back after that.
Yeah. Here is pulls out probably converts it down and pulls out 200 platinum pieces, honestly, but and I will also unlock the box and pull out the 8 Acorite arrows.
Thanks. Would have hated to have to smash that open. Anyway, she takes the arrows and goes over to a table as the drinking contest continues. So I flipped a coin because I was interested to see would one more come in this time frame, and I landed on yes. So congratulations, there's one more fellow adventurer that's going to be joining us in the tavern as y'all drink. It'd
be really funny if it was. I'm afraid.
It would be really funny if it was that guy.
The Lord of Teeth walks in.
I am now a fellow
I don't think that's an adventure.
How do you do, fellow adventurers?
Just like in the middle of purifying Acorite, it's like, we can explain.
Yeah. What the fuck are you doing, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Seals of Solomon with over 300 confirmed souls. All right.
I'm surprised the Lord of Teeth didn't study to be a dentist.
So, walking in, a bald, vaguely elven-looking man with a eye patch over one eye and a captain's coat walks in, just looks around very slowly and deliberately at the tavern, and then goes to a table in the corner and sits down, staring. I would say unblinking, but he's got the eye patch, so it looks more like unwinking.
Unwinking.
Is this Mr. Rides a Velociraptor?
No, that's a kobold. This is a humanoid.
Okay. I tried to keep up with all the companions, but there is a lot.
There are a lot of them. I would have said if you recognized him as Ransom. This is a new one you have not met.
Whoa. Well, I think the responsible thing to do as the people that helped found this town would be to go and see if they are an adventurer and keep tabs on them if they are.
Right.
Let's go say hi.
Thank you for your service, Nizza.
Yeah. You walk over to say hi, and his gaze like slowly turns over to stare you in the eyes.
Hi.
Greetings.
Sorry, the words have just completely escaped me as the player suddenly. How does one greet someone?
I believe you just
say
did.
welcome to. It's to say welcome to our town. What brings you here? All that good stuff.
Come here often, you know, like.
Come here often.
Hello, good sir. Welcome to TBD and the Tavern of TBD. What brings you here today? Me and my compatriots are the founders of this town, and we like to acquaint ourselves with the people around here just to keep tabs on everyone.
I was alerted that a new point of civilization was established in Sedaria. I came here for purposes of observation and analysis of this new point of civilization.
Oh my god, is he the Terminator?
Sounds very official-like.
Yeah. Yes, I am official and efficient in this duty. And as he speaks, Megan, you can hear, like, behind his words, like a binary nodal signal, the one that you're used to for communications between Omega series units.
God, he's a Terminator.
He's the Terminator.
Let's go. Espionage unit spotted.
The Terminator. Megan's gonna try and interface with this guy. She's code recognizes code, game recognizes game.
You interface and immediately hear. Yeah. Greetings, fellow Omega unit. This is Special Omega Unit N101.
Oh my god, he is just the Terminator.
Okay.
It's the Terminator!
Greetings, N101. I am Fortune. And all Fortune. Companions call me. Friends call me Megan.
Affirmative.
Call me Megan.
Yeah. Affirmative. It is pleasure to meet you, Omega Unit N042.
Likewise, N101.
And this is all happening in basically a psychic link, yeah?
Yeah, this is happening in the internet.
It's machine code.
Machine code.
Blankly stares at the Terminator, blankly stares at Megan.
Megan turns back towards the others. We are
Interfacing. Do not be alarmed.
Gotcha. Oh, should we give you guys some room then? I don't...
You are welcome to observe. Just be aware of this. You will not hear much.
and then Megan turns back towards N101.
Apologies. My friends do not understand our code.
Just cause it's funny you say that. So, he can choose to not, because I think it has to be willing. Let me double check.
Can you comprehend languages on the robot node?
Comprehend
Actually, there's
robot.
nothing saying. There's nothing saying that they have to be willing, so I just link the four of us.
That's really nice
That's
watching
really funny.
the drinking contest, by the way. Like, they're not even
Chug,
involved.
chug, chug.
Oh, you are now, because I was just like, oh yeah, I better tag Tig into this as well.
Mentally, you just hear, chug, chug,
Chug,
chug.
chug.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You,
Please try to mentally encourage chugging. Actually, I am interfacing with a fellow Omega unit.
Yeah. And, Megan, as you said, apologies, my friends cannot interface. You hear back, unnecessary drawback of organic species.
Well, see, don't worry. I can, in fact, get in here with you guys. I just have to know you're doing it.
Acknowledged.
Getting like physical turns towards Nizip and surprised. Her jaw hangs open for a bit, surprised, and then she says,
Understood. You may listen.
turns back towards 101.
I noticed that you have a humanoid disguise.
Correct. Yeah. And the words are hard. He doesn't fumble his words, I do. The mold of units from which I was created was designed to use a technique known as synth skin, imitation skin over our metal tissue. It allows for superior infiltration of our enemy bases and command units.
You are an espionage unit.
Affirmative.
Understood.
Wow, I didn't realize that technology was quite that advanced. That's real neat.
My series is experimental.
Okay.
And what became of the others of your series?
They have been destroyed.
Oh.
A feeling as I understand all too well. There are others out there, but they may be more sympathetic to certain causes.
You know, say, Tig turns around, like, on the opposite side of the tavern. Tig, like, turns around and, like, beams the thought over and just... Has the Iron Queen tried to recruit you by any chance?
Negative.
Good to know.
Interesting.
Welcome to TBD.
Acknowledged.
Drinking coffee is more important.
What do I want to ask? First of all, are we interested? Are we interested in having the Terminator on our side?
Yeah, like, what does he do, you know?
All right, so,
Yeah.
Understood. Giving overview of abilities. So, the Terminator, has his synth skin. That allows him to basically appear to be a member of any other species. And over the course of a long rest, he can change its appearance to anything he has observed. He's got multi-attack with an air pistol that uses compressed air to shoot shards of metal at people. And, let me double check, is it advantage or critical hit? Automatically critically hits anyone who, he acts before and hits with the pistol. Also,
oh my god.
Also, he can punch, and he's a Terminator, so his punches hurt.
Fuck with this guy.
Did we
I
keep
want
him?
this guy's abilities.
Did we keep him?
Who would you like to swap out? I say as Atlas, the person.
That's true.
We
that's
do
true,
have a
that's true.
lot of companions at the moment.
That is true, unfortunately.
Like, I very
Also-
much fuck with this guy, but at the same time, we have a lot of compatriots right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, personally, obviously I have favoritism, but like, Carolina's been really, really helpful, so like, we're keeping her.
Swapping out Carolina's out of the question.
He is
Yeah, at least until we get the last treasure hoard.
True.
Yeah.
And get her uncursed.
Yes.
He is a rogue class, so he would most fit into the slot that Barcott occupies right now.
Well, we can't make this decision without.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't make that decision without Anne, though.
Yeah.
I feel like Barcat likes us enough too that
Yeah.
cool tagging along for now as we continue to be entertaining and useful. So
Yeah.
Besides,
we've got a bond going, in my opinion.
On the other hand, this is a safe haven for like adventurers as well. So like, we can ask them to stick around.
Yeah, if you can convince him to stick around, he'll still be here when you get back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do we want to? I guess we could put a pin in this conversation because we are. I guess we're close to time, and Anne's not here.
Yeah. We're close to time. Anne's not here. I need to reveal who the last adventurer coming through the doors is.
Another one.
Yes.
Yeah, I said there would be another one.
Let's go.
All right.
All right. Returning to observation duty, and then he goes back to slowly scanning the environment. So you continue watching. By this point, the sun has set. It's getting close to the time when most people are going to bed, except for people who are in here watching the drinking contest. Helena's looking sloshed. Brondish is looking pretty tipsy, but as a dwarf, pretty tipsy for a dwarf is most people's absolutely tossed. So they are both absolutely wasted, but refusing to give up on a matter of pride. You hear like a chair scoot next to you, and you turn. A tiefling in a green cloak is sitting next to you. You've certainly been busy since last we met.
Spira, it's been a while.
That it has.
Yay!
Spira!
She's back.
Who's back?
She's back.
Can't say I remember this being in my neck of... Can't say I remember an outpost in this neck of the woods, so I figured I might as well stop by to familiarize myself with the terrain before heading off.
Yep, that is because we just got this place finished being set up.
Congratulations.
You are
Always welcome, Mr.
Much appreciated. Although my usual terms of not wanting to stay anywhere civilized for too long do apply.
Understandable.
For certain.
as
long as you wish.
Of course. She then looks over, sees the Sword of Titan's Fall in your inventory, Megan. Where did you get that?
We found it.
Oh, you know.
It was in the treasure hoards of the old hero.
Ah, yes.
That's right, yeah.
Now that you mention, there were a few items that actually reminded me of you.
There were indeed. I have actually met the old hero before, the Kingmaker. I'm sure if you ever run across him, he might want those back. I just wanted to give you a word of warning.
Oh, dang!
I need a second to tab over to a bunch of things.
I wouldn't have thought that anyone that cared about the treasure hoards would be alive, frankly.
You'd be surprised how long people live in Sedaria.
Oh yeah, I expect that of some people.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about it... I mean, the Kingmaker's had his fingers in a large amount of pies, but... he disappeared. He never died. He just... disappeared. Relatively recently, actually, too, if I recall correctly.
And
Before
I believe
our
you do.
current monarch. Yes. Huh. What's he like?
Nice when you get to know him. Fairly standoffish before that.
That tracks.
Nods that describe like.
You go first.
Oh, nods as if that doesn't describe like so many people.
That's so true.
The astrology of personality descriptions.
I do hope he does not mind his blade, in the meantime being used as instruments of justice. First of all, free Sedaria.
You know, I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure if it's being used in hands that are as noble and just as yours, he'd have less of an issue with it. But if he ever had cause to take up that blade again, that is the blade he would want.
Megan pulls out her personal sword, and she says,
That would be a sacrifice I would be willing to make.
Excellent.
A blade of this quality belongs in the right hands. But I will take good care of it until it is.
Excellent. Good to hear. Same thing for the rest of his equipment, by the way. He had a sword. He had the sword, you got that. He's got the shield, which I assume you also have, and he's got the bow. Oh, hello. Yes, there it is. Points over to Phelan.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
You
we've
said
been
you-
making good use.
You said you met him personally. If you don't mind, first off, is he a living creature or like a wraith or dead or whatever?
He is alive.
Oh. How long have you known him?
Quite some time now.
I, Atwas, the out-of-character person, the Kingmaker has had a hand in the last 4 or 5 rulers of Sidaria, so, like, you know?
Oh.
That, for those who are just listening, or, you know, can't see the camera, that was just me going that, huh? Eyes emoji at the camera, because, fuck! That's
Yeah,
interesting.
that's a quite long-looking person.
Yeah.
Wait,
If
have
they
you
were.
seen him recently.
Yes,
By any
actually.
chance?
Yes, actually.
Oh. Oh. We might have a lead to Princess Song, guys. We might have a
Yeah,
lead.
That could be a very helpful lead.
Megan turns toward the others, and she says,
Perhaps it's time we return this blade to its rightful owner. Then
Possibly.
Is the Kingmaker, as far as you know, averse to meeting with folk?
I'm sure if you were very, very nice, he'd consider it.
The entirety of Tig's posture just kind of shifts into something a little non-threatening, a little coquettish, and just... But I'm very, very capable of
I'm sure.
doing so.
I'm sure at least half of us know at least to say please.
Well, if you really are interested in meeting him, he usually stalks around the Wildlands, much more comfortable around the animals than the people.
Fair.
"Oh,
Well, first off, excellent to see you again. It's always nice to see a friendly face, and
That it
to see
is.
that you're doing well.
Indeed.
Feel free to consider us a safe harbor of sorts. You'll always know where to find us, and otherwise, well, is there anywhere you're traveling to in particular?
Oh, I was heading northward, actually.
Any reason why, or just how the wind takes you?
A little of column A, a little of column B.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I understand. Well,
Get that.
I am sure that we will see more of each other. So, enjoy
The
your
way-
time while you're here.
Yeah, the way your wind takes you? Undoubtedly. you'd better check on your friends. They look almost out of it.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wonder which one fell first.
I am flipping a coin.
Oh, that's
It was
hard.
that.
Fair.
Oh my god! It was that close.
So Helena slams down one last drink. And if you ever say no one outdrinks a dwarf, you can all go fuck yourselves. And she falls out of the chair. No one outdrinks a dwarf. And Brondish collapses to the floor.
God, I'm imagining there's like raucous cheering from the other dwarf.
Oh yeah, everyone is celebrating.
There's an exchange of glances, I'd imagine, and just... Wait, was that a tie?
All right.
I mean,
I think Brondish technically won.
Brondish fell second, but they both drank the same amount.
Oh, yeah, true.
They both went out at the same moment, essentially, when it comes to how much they drank.
Effectively, yeah.
Technically, Brondish was right. Nobody outdrinks a dwarf. They,
True.
both fell at the same time.
Just drink the same, exactly.
From a purely mathematical standpoint, nobody outdrinks a dwarf.
You can drink like a dwarf, but not outdrink a dwarf.
Exactly. All right. And with dwarven drink in hand, with some to-go drinks for the road, because we gotta settle this once they wake up. We just gotta. My heroes retire for the night, ready for another day of adventure. Will they go for treasure, or will they go back into the Wildlands to seek out the Kingmaker? We will not see next week, because a lot of us are busy next week, so there's no session then. We will try for the session and the week after that. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Welcome to the post show. We ran